DJ Limelight.
Your show, your station, your BBC Asian network.
That's right, it is the BBC Asian Network. You're locked into your boys Candyman and DJ Limelight, taking you up until midnight every Saturday night. And right now we are joined by our two very special guests that we have been hyping since the start of the show. Teddy Music and Kozzie is up in the building.
Crazy. You know, we've been supporting you guys for a good few years now. Obviously, Teddy, we got you up in the building, promoting your new single.
Yep.
Let's talk about it, man. Obviously, Rage.
Okay, yeah, it's just a single release that I tried to pull out of the bag because I've got a few of them in the pipeline. I just thought, you know what, this tune is very, very powerful, and I thought it would definitely create a lot of heat in the scene right now. So I thought, all right, let me put it out. Like, let's make grime look better than it is already, you know. So that was the thing that I wanted to kind of do, and I think I've still got a journey.
For real, man. Obviously, you have taken a long gap. Some would say, you kind of went away from the music thing for a while.
Yeah, it was a pretty long gap. Like the
Where did you go, man?
I don't know, mate. I don't know. I went Jupiter and back or something. I don't know what I was doing. I was just trying to get myself together, you know, and actually know what I really wanted to do and how I was going to do it. Because with the music scene, you can't just do it without thinking. You've got to study it and see how people are doing it and know a way for you to get into it so people can be able to see what you're doing. And that's the difficult thing within the scene. So I feel like I'm ready now, and you know, things can get cracking. Yeah,
definitely. You obviously brought through Kozzie. Good to have Kozzie up in the building, brother, man. You know, it's been a long time, and you know, talking about doing things in the right way. Obviously, you've been releasing a lot of projects, getting your bookings up, man. I've been seeing your name on every single flyer when it comes to grime, man. And how has it been for you in terms of progression, man?
Well, it's been a good year or so. 2012, I had like a lot of releases. I had like I'm Grime, No Way, Kozzie the Kid EP that charted. Like, I've done quite a lot of stuff, but I just feel like this year I've given out them skits as a single, produced by FaZe Miyake himself. So it's like, it's bare work. Yeah, man, it's bare work.
I mean, both of you guys, you know, have been on the forefront of the grime scene over the last few years. We've obviously had the introduction of, the reintroduction, shall I say, of Lord on the Mics.
Yeah.
And very important for the scene to have that kind of element of grime coming back into the forefront. Obviously, Kozzie was involved in that, battling away.
When was that? 2011? Or
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
2011.
Yeah.
A couple years back now.
Yeah.
But, you know, how important has that been for the scene from your perspective as an MC and seeing other MCs getting that chance to kind of go back to back and get on DVD footage as much as on radio and getting those plays, man?
I don't feel like you have to go on there to be a big artist, if that's what you call it, but it definitely gave me.
I mean, what would you call it? Would you say the MCs on there are technically big? Would you say they're up and coming? Would you say they're just new, or how would you?
Lord of the Mics 3, that was, I think everyone on that DVD was classed as new. Although I don't feel like I was ever new, I could say established in the so-called grime scene, but never new. But everybody on there was called New Wave, so I accepted that and I ran with that. Lord of the Mics 4.
I mean, do you think D-Power is considered New Wave?
Definitely not.
What, Rico?
Definitely not. But as I said, I don't feel like I was New Wave, but it isn't a bad word. It isn't a problem to be called New Wave. I'm cool with that. People like to say I'm the biggest New Wave MC now. All right, cool. I don't mind. Like,
do you think that helps you? Do you think that helps you get a little bit more of a buzz? It helps people want to book you for that New Wave kind of.
Bookings are still tight though.
Yeah.
But there's not many grime events. I think the most grime events there is out of the country or out of London. I feel like they even appreciate the music a little bit more sometimes because they don't get to see a Kozzie or a Teddy Music in their town. But London, you would see that anywhere, and people get bored of that.
I think we hear that from quite a lot of MCs and producers as well. And obviously, you know, speaking of the whole new wave thing, for you, obviously coming from an MC's perspective, Teddy, why you've been away, you know, obviously you've taken your break. What do you think of the new producers that are coming in?
Oh yeah, definitely. They brought a whole different sound, you know, because that's the kind of thing I was kind of like looking for, and I wanted to hear, because like I felt like at one stage I was in my kind of genre, which is grime, like I felt like I was the only one doing the only thing, and I was thinking, okay, everyone's making stuff but they're not being consistent enough. Like, what can I hear new? Who's bringing something different to the table? And then we got people like FaZe Miyake, he brought the real trap thing proper, and then obviously Rukid was doing his thing from ages anyway. He had his own style, and then now we got Predator as well. He's brought his whole different style, and he's just brought a whole like baseline kind of feel to the grime thing.
For real,
it's a good look, because now I'm listening, I'm understanding it all, and I'm seeing that there's new things to the scene. You know what I'm saying?
Where do you guys think the grime scene's actually heading though, man? Because there's a lot of negative talk about where it's going. There's a lot of I mean, I personally feel like it is more out of London now in terms of following.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's a bad thing at all. I think that's a very powerful thing, because it's bigger. It's bigger than just the city, right?
Yeah. To be honest,
where do you guys think it's?
To be honest, I'm not even bothered about where it's big. As long as it gets big, I'm happy with that.
Do you feel that it's getting bigger again, or do you just feel that it's slowing down? Because a lot of people feel that as well.
I feel like it's getting bigger. It's definitely getting bigger, because we're getting a lot of mainstream remixes coming our way now, because they feel that we can actually deliver a different style towards the pop sound and everything as well. They're giving us more of a platform to showcase our music. So I feel like if we just battle more and more and more, obviously I'm not saying we don't want grime to go pop, but if we can be in that place where we can be able to put grime as the main thing, that will definitely be very good for our scene. So
how do you think that is going to happen for us to obviously not water it down and have it accepted for what it is right now and still hit the charts? Like, do you think it's when the people are ready, or is it more?
You gotta get
a balance.
The so-called commercial music heads into your stuff.
Yeah.
So if that means that you've got to water down your music to a certain extent so they can get what you're doing, and if that's the only way, then I think you're gonna have to do it. If you want to be a very rich person or have everybody in the world knowing about you.
Would you say successful?
Yeah. Can I get everybody to know about Kozzie like they know about Rihanna? Nah, I couldn't, because no one doesn't accept or listen to grime. Grime isn't even a big enough. You don't even have enough people in grime to do that. But
why do you think that is though? Do you feel that there's not enough?
Too much negativity.
Interested in it? Yeah,
There's too much negativity.
In what way? Do you think it's attitude? Do you think it's situations? Do you think it's when people turn up to live event? What is it that makes it a negative?
Most people that put on it even an event, if they're gonna book certain grime artists, they'll be like, but is he gonna turn up late though? Is he gonna turn up with 20 people? Is he gonna have an attitude problem? Is he gonna beat anybody up? And if you've got that persona of something out of grime that I can't do, what can I say?
You're basically saying a bit more professionalism within the scene itself.
I think they just think grime is just kind of like more involved in violence than actually.
I think the major people as well need to take some of the UK grime acts more seriously, because I think if you put us on a pedestal and treated us like you treated those big commercial pop stars, why wouldn't we move right? But you're not giving us that opportunity.
I think I agree with what you're saying, man. I think it's like a balance as well of taking yourself seriously as much as you expect people to as well, man. And I think I've noticed that in a lot of artists. Seeing someone like P Money since 08, he's been rolling up on my show, and seeing him go to where he is now, one thing I can always say about P is that he's always been professional, and he's always been serious about his music and the people around him. I remember him bringing Kozzie down back in what, 09 years ago. I think that's the first time I ever come across you. You know what I'm saying? I never heard of you before, and like come on the thing, come on the mic, tour it down. I think
that was ages ago, isn't it?
Yeah, and I feel like the grime scene needs more of that. It needs more of the older generation to kind of not necessarily bring through, and I think people misinterpret the whole idea of bringing through.
I think they're scared, man.
Scared, yeah.
I think
who's that, the older lot? Or?
Yeah, I think that some of them don't want. Like, see me, I'm not. Some people would say I'm a big MC. I don't think I'm a big MC. I would like to help people from my local area that MC. But them, they would see someone like me or anyone else becoming a target of a big person, and they just block that straight out.
Yeah, I hear that.
Nah, we don't want him near us because he's a threat. And then other people can't move forward, so our scene will always stay small and deluded.
It needs to open up. Obviously, when you're mentioning olders and bringing in, obviously Can's about 15 years older than me. Had to bring him through. Had to show him the ropes. You get me? Had to take him back to college.
Trust, he's my younger. Younger Cans. That's you.
I'm his dad, really. I say we keep it moving. Oh, this one's Rage, Teddy Music, Kozzie.
DJ Limelight.